Issue 12. Lower Your Expectations. When you expect too much from life, when you are unrealistic but overly demanding, you set yourself up for disappointment and a great deal of unnecessary grief. You'll probably also alienate at least some of those you work with because most people don't appreciate being held to unrealistic expectations. You may want the events in your life to evolve in a certain predictable way and people to behave according to your plans for them. But if they don't, as is often the case, you end up feeling stressed out and miserable. Life is just not neat and trouble-free. People make mistakes and we all have bad days. Sometimes people are rude or insensitive. No job is entirely secure, and no matter how much money you make, it probably doesn't seem enough. Phone lines and computers occasionally break down, along with everything else. Often, just simply by lowering your expectations, however slightly, you can make your day and your life seem a whole lot easier. You can create an emotional environment for yourself whereby, when things work out well, you'll be pleasantly surprised and grateful. And if your plan doesn't work out exactly, it won't devastate you. Instead of reacting negatively, you'll be able to say, "Oh well, I can handle it." Keeping your composure allows you to deal with the irritant or solve the problem, whatever it is, as well as you can under the circumstances, and be done with it.
Comprehension. 1. What happens if you expect too much? 2. What are the advantages of lowering your expectations?
Let's talk. 1. Why do we expect certain things from others? 2. Is it easy to lower our expectations? Why or why not? 3. What is a good approach to lowering your expectations in your opinion? 4. What would happen if life were trouble-free?
Opinion samples. 1. The lowering of expectations is the fastest path to mediocrity and failure. Only by setting standards higher than our current level of achievement can we raise ourselves up. Most people already have an adequate number of justifications for their lack of success. They certainly do not need one more. What the ambitious ones among us must do to fulfill ourselves is to aim for the very top and then keep advancing to that point without let-up. The rest of you can settle for less if you prefer. It just makes my own march easier that way. Question: who, what raises your expectations? Who, what lowers your expectations?
2. Some unfortunate souls sink at the first squall, often through no fault of their own. Others seem to glide effortlessly through life with no dark cloud ever smudging their horizon. But their blessed existences live for nothing beyond themselves. The ones who accomplish the most and who are remembered the longest are the masters of adversity, who stand up fearlessly to all comers, who may be knocked repeatedly down but still keep getting back up. Question: why is it important to struggle against adversity? Issue 12. Lower Your Expectations.
I never feel like I'm good enough.
What are you talking about? You have an important position not only in your company, but in fact in the entire country. You have far more money than most people even dream of, and you're still young and vigorous. What else could anyone want?
I don't know, but whatever I've done isn't enough as far as my father is concerned.
I'm sure he's very proud of you.
I doubt that. He sure doesn't act like it.
You must be exaggerating.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Well, he always spent a lot of money and time on me. I always had private tutors and expert advisors to help me. But when I got accepted to the best university in the country, he never even said congratulations. He just reminded me of all he had done to make it possible, without even giving me any credit for my accomplishment at all.
I guess he just has trouble expressing himself. A lot of men are like that, I guess.
He doesn't have any trouble expressing his disapproval. I was number 2 in my class, and he berated me for being second best. Then I went to grad school and graduated number 1, and he told me that I wasn't competing against other people, only against myself, and I should have done better.
My, he does sound hard.
Hard isn't the word. Every step of the way, he's been behind me, pushing. When I fell down, he never gave me a hand. He just stood there, telling me to get up and get going. But no matter where I have gotten, he's never had a kind word for me. Just a negative comparison to someone else who had done it younger or with a higher score or with more grace.
But did he ever abandon you when you failed? Did he ever comfort you and let you become self-satisfied?
No, of course not. If I ever stayed a failure, he wouldn't be able to brag about my achievements to his friends.
He does that? You've heard him?
Many times, when he thought I wouldn't hear. Around them, you'd think I was the greatest thing in his life.
You probably are. He obviously loves you and is very proud of you.
I don't doubt that at all. But I wish he'd show me sometime, not just his buddies.
Questions. 1. What is the man's complaint about his father? 2. Who is more responsible for the son's success, himself or his father? 3. Do you think this father loves his son? Explain your answer.